Saturday in Happy Valley, Colin Burns, the game winner in overtime, his fourth of the day to give the Tigers a season-opening road victory against 10th-ranked Penn State. Today, it's the home opener here in Princeton in a top-5 matchup on Sherrod Field as the 5th-ranked Tigers welcome in number 2 Maryland. Hi, everybody. Alongside Dave Giancola, I'm Cody Chrusciel. Dave, familiar foes. These teams meeting for the 6th time the past 3 seasons. The last 5 meetings, Princeton hasn't had a lead. As we enter the home stretch of Ivy League play, the 3rd-ranked Princeton Tigers looking to add another victory to one of the nation's top resumes, while they welcome in the Brown Bears, who come to Sherrod Field looking to pull off another late-season upset today on the Ivy League on ESPN. As we take a look at the Ivy League standings, 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. Cornell has a bye this weekend. They take on Syracuse later today, and a critical contest in New Haven between Dartmouth and Yale. The Tigers would need some help to clinch an Ivy League tournament spot with a victory today over the Bears, as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth alongside former Princeton attackman, current Utah Archer Ryan Ambler. I'm Cody Chrusciel. Ryan, Princeton, the number 1 RPI. They've got 4 top 10 RPI wins, so looking to keep rolling. Brown last year beat a ranked Princeton team in Providence. The Bears last week gave number 1 Cornell all they could handle. That's what's on the line tonight in Princeton. The Meistrel Cup is for the 102nd time. Princeton and Rutgers meet for Route 1 supremacy. It's the Scarlet Knights on the road taking on the 4th-ranked Princeton Tigers on the Ivy League on ESPN. Hi, everybody. Alongside Dave Giancola, I'm Cody Chrusciel. Dave, Princeton, 4 straight games to open the season against top 10 opponents. They've come out of that stretch 3-1. Those 4 opponents, 22-3 combined, those 3 losses against the Princeton Tigers. Matt Madelon's squad has eyes on Memorial Day weekend. Trying to work against Kelly, the defensive midfielder for the Tigers, in a very deep unit. That one got Croddick. Kicks out towards the far sideline. Cooper Miller off and running. Miller, the sophomore, who's also on the Princeton men's basketball team. He's going to fire and score. First career goal for the sophomore from Villanova, Pennsylvania, in transition. Princeton turns defense into offense, and it's a 5-0 run for the orange and black. Cave with the box out. Burns, broken play, comes topside, dives across the front, stays out of the crease and scores. 5-point day for Colin Burns. He has his 2nd goal of the contest. Through Bonanno, Chad Palumbo tries the swim dodge, gets the screen, goes top shelf and scores. Gaffney carries below goal line extended, now Spidell, who has the lone Harvard goal. Skip pass across the crease. There's Sam King behind the back to break the drought. What a goal by number 7. Aiden Aitken, second midfield line, has some space and ties it up at 4. Talk about the depth of this Maryland team. First career goal for the junior from North Palm Beach, Florida. Tried the hidden ball trick. Rutgers didn't fall for it. They try it again with Saris, the man-up specialist, the Canadian. Shot in from Mackesy, who had to climb the ladder to pull that feed down. He's got his 2nd of the night. It's another man-up goal, and it's 3-1 Tigers. Jake Vaughn, a freshman, Boxford, Massachusetts, out of St. John's Prep. Big guy, 6'1", 200 pounds, short stick matchup, turns the corner, and he's got his first career goal. And the sideline erupts.
Yeah, that seems to be a big one for them.
Burns has him hung up. Up top, Kramer, shot never got there. Kabiri on the rebound with the putback. Grant Rodney on the run, the Colorado Springs native, running with the midfield. Here's a shot from Ironman, and one of their veteran leaders gets the Mountain Hawks on the scoreboard. His team leading 17th goal of the season. Mackesy spinning it in. The Tigers skip pass for Saris, who stings it. Princeton goes up 6, another man-up tally, their 3rd of the contest. In the hands of Kabiri, takes it topside, skip pass across the back, and Coulter Mackesy's got another one. Princeton ran the shot clock down to 8 with an 8-goal lead, and they find their leading scorer, Mackesy. Spanos has the slide, has the short stick, and finally finds the back of the net to put the Terps back up 4. That's the matchup Spanos has been looking for all afternoon. Sends it down low. Here's Kelly. Turns, finds the angle, and scores. going deep into the toolbox for his second here in the first half, and Lehigh's back within 3. Chad Palumbo over top of the cage. Cameron. Kabiri with the extra pass, and there's no stopping Mackesy man up from that spot. Natural lefty, time and space with the extra pass. Princeton's leads back up to 5. Bardwell, a big guy, 6'1", 215, returning starter as a sophomore. 35 on the Princeton shot clock. Here's Coulter Mackesy. Short stick matchup, natural left hand, goes low on the wet turf, and it's 1-0 Tigers. So Princeton will get it right back. Brown was up 1-0. Brown was up 2-1, but 3 consecutive goals have the Tigers on top, and there's Mackesy cutting in transition for the goal. Can't lose track of number 91. There's 4 in a row for the Tigers, and Brown will take a timeout.
Botkus with the interception.
Botkus playing center field, and he connects with Malone in transition for the Harvard goal. That was pretty from the Crimson. Zach Whittier, the senior. Out in front, Kelly below the defense, saved by Chronic. The putback on the doorstep by Urksa, and it's a 2-goal Maryland lead here midway through the second. Great second effort by the junior. Not a lot of clean shot opportunities for the Tigers, and right on cue, Mackesy makes it back-to-back goals, and it's 2-0. Time and space for the Tewaaraton candidate.
For a player being guarded by a long stick.
Kramer steps into it, top shelf for the 6'5" sophomore. All Princeton here in the second quarter. It's a 6-goal Princeton lead. Trail check from behind, now Harvard to push. Final 5 seconds, Malone on the doorstep, the feed on the goal by Jensen. Tic-tac-toe in transition, and Harvard within 2. Princeton doubling up Brown here at home after the Bears beat Princeton in Providence last year, an upset win over then number 13 Princeton. Here's Saris running with the second midfield line. Did that get over the line?
I think it was in.
Let's wait for the call. The officials will converge. It's just got across the line, and that's a Princeton goal by Saris.
You gotta love that.
Kabiri has it jousted away from behind. Ground ball scooped up. Ryan Splain down the far sideline. Kistler joining the fray for the Tigers. Younger Kiss. Faced out, splits the defense, and scores. The Princeton transfer here at 52 Stadium gets Rutgers back on the scoreboard here in the second. Will Scudder, Lehigh through and through. He was an all-conference face-off man, 2011 graduate of Lehigh, then the better part of a decade on Kevin Cassis's staff when Kevin Cassis left to become the associate head coach at Virginia. Scudder took over. He's in his second season at the helm in Bethlehem, guided the Mountain Hawks to a Patriot League tournament title last year. And on the other sideline, Matt Madelon. What a job he's done now, his 9th season as Princeton's head coach. The last 5.5 decades, only Bill Tierney has a better winning percentage on the Princeton sideline, and he's trying to get the Tigers back to the NCAA tournament for the 4th consecutive season.
And Cody, what Coach Madelon and his coaching staff have done in this era of lacrosse with the COVID grad transfers and things like that is unheard of. They have been so good. One of the best and the gold standard in college lacrosse.
You talk about that, generally Ivy League programs, really, really difficult to bring transfers in, and in the Ivy League you can't compete as a graduate student. So the past few seasons it's been 5 or 6 key contributors from those senior classes going on, making deep NCAA runs elsewhere around college lacrosse. There's a nice save by Ryan Chronic. That's his 4th of the night over the head of Kramer, far sideline. Kramer able to scoop it up and clear. Right, there's been a lot of turnover, but they just kind of keep backfilling. There's one constant for the Tigers. Coulter Mackesy, top of the formation. His 2nd of the night, and that's 3 in a row for the Tigers.
And when you recruit and develop guys like 91 in white, Coulter Mackesy, among others for Princeton, you reload, and he lets it loose from the outside in transition, gets to the middle of the field, and he goes offside hip on Heath. And Mackesy showing early in this game why he's one of the best players nationally, not just in the Ivy League. 2
goals on 3 shots for number 91 in the orange and black. give him 150 career goals, now 13 away from tying the Tigers' career record. Face-off, not a one-on-one game, a three-on-three game. That's scooped up by Giovanni Procaccini. Procaccini on the near side wing. They've got Timmy Curlin on the far side wing. Sean Dow, the face-off man. Talk about camaraderie. Talk about consistency. Those three roommates.
And Coach Scudder talked about that. And you can really build the chemistry on that unit when it's a 3-on-3.
Craddock, I don't know that he actually saw, but he's able to make the lower half stop.
Craddock just has a knack for making saves, and he has saved quite a bit. He leads the nation in saves per game. He has picked up where Gian Ficarro left off.
3-on-2 if the Mountain Hawks hurry. Nearly handcuffed Colin French. He's able to handle it and blow it right past Craddock. Lehigh back on the scoreboard.
And Cody, these are the second chance opportunities at this point in the season that add up to potential wins. The failed clear, the unsettled situation, and a dunk for the Mountain Hawks. And Coach Scudder talked about winning some of those situations. They lose a few of them in the first quarter. They win right there early in the second.
Princeton had just 6 turnovers in that 11-8 victory Saturday against Dartmouth. They've got 7 already here through the first 16 and a half minutes. We talked about how tenacious this Lehigh defense is.
And they are disruptive, and it starts for them on the ride, right when Princeton gains possession. That's when they start playing defense, and right there they cause a turnover in the ride. And as we've mentioned, those are the situations that you can create good scoring opportunities.
Liam Fairback, the ground ball on the face-off wing, gives possession back to Princeton. Top midfield line, Palumbo, Wade, and Bonanno, a junior, a sophomore, and a freshman. Kind of crazy that this is, on paper, still a relatively young Princeton team. Tucker Wade, swim move, beats 3 Mountain Hawks and has his second of the night. What an individual effort by Tucker Wade, the sophomore.
And Tucker Wade will not be denied on this. And he puts Princeton up by 3, doubling up the Mountain Hawks. Just short stick matchup. Swim move on Checo, gets to the middle of the field, and just an amazing effort by 19 in white.
Second of the game for Wade, the sophomore from Bethesda, Maryland. Give him 11 on the season. Comes from a lacrosse family. His father, Ryan, a 2-time ACC Player of the Year in North Carolina. Won a national championship with the Tar Heels in 1991. He's in the Lacrosse Hall of Fame. And his son's got 2 of the Tigers' 6 goals. Princeton with a 3-goal lead over Lehigh.
And Cody, Wade, 6 foot, 195, a powerful athlete. If you're Lehigh defensively, stick checks aren't going to prevent him from getting to a dangerous spot. So you got to bring the body at some point.
He beat Procaccini and then he beat Checo. Those are 2 of the better defenders in college lacrosse. Princeton back on offense. Here's Mackesy trying to draw the defense out. Over to Tucker Wade, short stick matchup. Mackesy quickly over to Bonanno. Bonanno, the freshman, attackman playing midfield. He's a lefty. And they'll kick it out. Mackesy, now Wade. Gets it on the left side, looking for the hat trick. Feed out in front, and it's Colin Burns getting in on the action. Largest lead early on for the Tigers at 7-3.
And Wade gets to the cage earlier, so they're going to slide to him early, and his head's up, and he finds Burns on the crease, and he buries it. If you're Lehigh, you slide, you support, so then there needs to be a replacement for the player that just went to support. There's no replacement, and Burns takes advantage of it.
Princeton, a couple of years ago, graduated the largest senior class in program history with some of the COVID years. 16 seniors graduated. They brought in the #1 recruiting class. 3 top 25 players on offense: Nate Kabiri, Colin Burns, Tucker Wade. They've all scored tonight. It's 7-3 Princeton.